This is the Tigers News, where you get all your information. Let's get into it. Kobe, I wonder how many medals Jordan Childs has. Maybe we can find out from Tess.
We probably can. I bet you she won 12 medals.
I bet she won 6 medals.
You're on. Tess, we need you to teach us, please.
Of course, let's get started. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to do gymnastics with super long nails? Well, one gymnast has done just that, and if you guessed that it was Jordan Childs, you're absolutely right. Jordan Childs was born on April 15, 2001 in Toronto, Oregon, but she grew up in Vancouver, Washington. Her gymnastics journey started at Nadanov Gymnastics in Vancouver. Later, she moved to Spring, Texas to train at the World Champion Center alongside the famous Simone Biles. Now Jordan competes on the UCLA Bruins college gymnastics team. Let's talk about Jordan's rise to fame. She competed in the Olympics twice. She first went to the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo and then again in 2024 at the Paris, France Olympics, where she came home with 2 medals. Jordan is also known for doing gymnastics with super long nails, which she says help her with her gymnastics technique. She once said, "My long nails help me with my gymnastics technique, and if I break a nail, I know I did something wrong." Now let's take a look at some of Jordan's big accomplishments throughout the years. She's made it to the Olympics twice, a huge achievement for any gymnast like her. She's also scored a perfect 10 on the floor during a college competition, which is rare and impressive. Another major highlight of her career came at the 2022 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships, where she proved herself to be a true team player. She helped lead the United States to a gold medal victory. Jordan Childs is an extraordinary gymnast who has shown incredible skill and determination throughout the years. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Tess. I hope you learned a lot about Jordan Childs and why she's such an impressive and amazing athlete. Now back to Colby and Mason in the studio.
Wow, that was great. I guess we were both wrong.
Yeah, but you're still on.
Okay, Kobe.
Mason, I want more information about gymnastics.
Perfect. JoJo has a lot to tell us about Simone Biles.
Have you ever heard of Simone Biles? If not, let me tell you all about her. Simone Biles is 28 years old and has been doing gymnastics since she was just 6 years old. She's won an incredible 7 gold medals, 2 bronze medals, and two silver medals. If you know anything about Simone Biles, you probably recognize her signature hairstyle, a braided bun that she wears during competitions. Her gymnastics journey was inspired by Ella Fong and his gymnast Amy Borman. She's been doing gymnastics for 22 years, ever since she went on a daycare field trip at the age of 6. Simone's life hasn't been easy. She spent time in foster care before turning 18, but after that she started winning lots of awards and becoming a gymnastics superstar. She didn't go to college because she wanted to focus on practicing and becoming the best gymnast she could be. Also, if you didn't know Simone is married to Jonathan Owens, a professional football player. Simone has become one of the most talented gymnasts in the world. If you love gymnastics or dreaming of being a gymnast one day, Simone Biles is an amazing role model. So, how do you feel about Simone Biles now? Pretty inspired, right? I'm Georgia, back to Kobe and Mason in the studio.
Thank you, JoJo. That was great.
Do you know what zodiac signs are? I have always wondered what they were.
Well, good thing Cora knows.
Cora, we need information. Teach us. I need to know, please.
Do you know your zodiac sign? After hearing this, you probably will. There are 12 signs and each has a different personality. Disclaimer, zodiac signs are not real and so is astrology. There are 12 zodiac signs. Here are them in order: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Scorpius, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Capricornus, Aquarius, and Pisces. Now what you've been waiting for, your zodiac sign. You're an Aries if you were born between March 21st and April 19th. You're a Taurus if your birthday is between April 20th and May 20th. If you're born between May 21st and June 21st, you're a Gemini. You might be a Cancer if you're born between June 22nd to July 22nd. You're a Leo if you were born between July 23rd and August 22nd. Virgos are born between August 23rd and October 24th. All Scorpios are born between October 24th to November 21st. You might be a Sagittarius if you're born between November 22nd to December 21st. You're a Capricorn if you're born between December 22nd to January 19th. Aquarius are born between January 20th to February 18th. And finally, if you haven't heard your birthday yet, you're a Pisces. They're born between February 19th to March 20th. Every zodiac has a different element. The earth zodiacs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The fire zodiacs are Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. The air zodiacs are Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And finally, the water zodiacs are Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. All the zodiacs have a symbol. Some of them are human and some of them are animals. Aries is a ram, Taurus is the bull, Gemini is the twins, Cancer is the crab, Leo is a lion, Virgo is a maiden, Libra is a balance, Scorpio is a scorpion, Sagittarius is an archer, Capricorn is a goat, Aquarius is a water bearer, and Pisces is a fish. Now I'll tell you a little bit about their history. Almost all their history is forgotten, but the first sighting of zodiacs were from manuscripts from the Middle Ages. And finally, the last bit of information is very important. Astrology, zodiacs have nothing to do with astronomy. Thank you for listening. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, I still think I have a better zodiac sign than you.
Hey Mason, did you know I had ice cream for dinner last night? It was the best dinner ever.
What? Dinner? Why are you talking about dinner?
Oh, I forgot people are watching.
Oh, me too.
Let's move on. I want information on Manning brothers.
Same, I've been craving stuff about it all week.
Well, at least Cam has information. Can talk. I need information and now. Hurry up.
Kobe, stop being sassy.
Okay, Cam, take it away.
Do you want to learn about Manning brothers? Here's some cool information. Peyton and Eli Manning are both famous NFL quarterbacks, and they are both in the Hall of Fame. Peyton was born on March 24th, 1977 in New Orleans. He is 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighs 230 pounds. Eli was born on January 3rd, 1981 in New Orleans too. He is also 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighs 220 pounds. Both brothers went to Isidore Newman High School in Louisiana. Peyton later went to the University of Michigan for college, while Eli went straight to the NFL. Both Peyton and Eli throw the ball with their right hand and play for different teams in the NFL. Eli started his career with the New York Giants, while Peyton played for the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Eli retired in 2020 and Peyton retired in 2016. During their careers, both brothers won 2 Super Bowl championships. Peyton won Super Bowls with the Colts and Broncos, and Eli won his Super Bowls with the Giants. The Manning brothers are known for their amazing careers, and they will always be remembered as 2 of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. I'm Cam, back to you in the studio.
That was great. Thanks, Cam.
Thanks, Cam, but Mason, we're still missing something.
What?
I would like to learn about arachnophobia.
Isn't that the fear of spiders?
Yes.
Oh, Luke will teach us all about spiders.
Many people are afraid of spiders, and if you're one of them, you might have a condition called arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is the fear of spiders, and it is the most common phobia in the world. Do you know that more women than men suffer from it? The word arachno comes from the Greek word of spider, and the Greek word phobia comes from the Greek word of fear. If you are scared of spiders, keep listening. Don't turn off the TV to learn more about arachnophobia. Have you ever wondered where arachnophobia is most common? It turns out that people in the Western European countries experience it the most. These countries are home to many types of spiders, including the European garden spider, false widow, wolf spider, which is the kind behind me, crab spider, and jumping spiders. So it makes sense that people in this region suffer from arachnophobia. So when do people start to feel afraid of spiders? Arachnophobia usually begins during childhood. It can happen when a person sees a spider during a scary or emotional moment. Sometimes people develop arachnophobia because of a bad experience with a spider when they were young. It can also be triggered by anxiety, especially if someone has a fear of seeing or being seen by a spider. So if you are afraid of spiders, it might have started when you were a kid. You might be afraid of spiders but not have arachnophobia. You only have arachnophobia if your fear makes it hard for you to do normal activities. For example, if the fear of spiders stops you from enjoying the outdoors, it might be arachnophobia. There are over 46,000 species of spiders in the world, which makes the fear of spiders even more common. People with arachnophobia may feel shaking, tightness in their chest, and sweating when they see a spider. Arachnophobia is a very common fear. It is the most common in the Western European countries, and it can start when you are young sometimes. You can be afraid of spiders without it interfering with your life, but for some people it can make life difficult. If you're not afraid of spiders, you're lucky. Now, my friends want to say hi, Bob and Billy.
I'm Luke. Back to Mason and Colby in the studio.
Thanks, Luke. That was really interesting.
I know. Kobe, do you want to teach me about Disney cruises?
Sure. Are you looking to book a vacation for your family? Why not take a cruise? Disney cruises take you to many fun places. One popular trip is the Western Caribbean. On this cruise, you can visit places like Mexico, Jamaica, and Castaway Cay. Another trip takes you to Alaska, where you can try the longest zip line and learn about Native American traditions. You can also take a cruise to Canada, where there is street music and artist shops to visit. Disney cruises leave from many different places, usually at the same time. They happen in the fall and spring. You'll arrive at the port between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Boarding starts at 1 p.m. and everyone must be aboard by 3:35 p.m. Then the ship sets sail at 5 p.m. and returns at 7:30 a.m. There's always a lot of fun on a cruise, Disney cruise. For example, on New Year's Eve, there's a big celebration. Another fun night is Pirate Night, where you can dress up like a pirate, enjoy food, and watch a show. They also have an animation palette, which is a special dinner and show with Disney characters. One more exciting event is the Golden Mickeys, which honors all the amazing Disney movies. That's a quick look at the fun and exciting world of Disney cruises. I'm Colby. Back to you in the studio.
Kobe, that was amazing. I need to book a cruise today.
Thank you, Mason. Mason, I love movies. Please teach me.
Okay. Have you ever wondered how movies are made? Movies are full of cool sounds, images, and special effects. For example, did you know that the sound of a car engine might actually come from a musical instrument, or that celery is used to make the sounds of bones cracking? That's just a few fun tricks used in movie making. That movies begin with small parts or chunks of scenes that are filmed. Then all the chunks are put together to make one big movie. But making a movie isn't always easy. Sometimes the sound doesn't come out right, so the filmmakers have to redo it and edit it to make everything perfect. One cool trick is using chopsticks to create the sound of a mouse walking. Movies were especially popular in 1978, but they have always been made by combining ideas and pictures from different things. Filmmakers used their imagination to create something new and exciting. Movies are made in special places called filming locations. Inside these filming locations, film scenes, make clay figures for characters, and even edit the video. They also need special equipment to make sure the sound is perfect. To make a movie, you also need the main character. Filmmakers spend a lot of money to get started. Once the movie is finished, it's watched over and over again to make sure it's just right. Then money is spent to share the movie with the world. So that's how a movie is made from the beginning to the end. It takes a lot of hard work and creativity to bring a story to life on the big screen. I'm Mason, back to you in the studio.
Mason, that was great. Thank you.
This is the end of Tigers News. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Hi, I'm Brenna.
And I'm Allie.
And this is 207 News.
You know, I was wondering how many home runs Shohei Ohtani hit.
Well, you came to the right person. Did you know Shohei Ohtani has hit 227 home runs in his career? Ohtani is a famous Major League Baseball player who has amazed fans with his skills both as a pitcher and a hitter. He can throw a pitch as fast as 102 miles per hour, which is incredibly fast. Shohei Ohtani started playing Major League Baseball on March 29, 2018, when he joined the Los Angeles Angels. He was born on July 5, 1994 in Oshu, Japan. Ohtani loved baseball from a young age and started playing when he was in second grade. He went to high school in Japan before moving to the United States to play professional baseball. In 2023, Ohtani made a big move, signing a $700 million deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Before joining the Dodgers, he was with the Angels for 5 years, setting an Angels record for the most home runs in a season by a left-handed batter. Ohtani grew up in Japan and became known as one of the hardest throwing pitchers when he was a teenager. His jersey number is 17, which was chosen after a social media campaign that encouraged him to join the Dodgers and wear that number. Not only is Ohtani an amazing pitcher, but he's also one of the best hitters in major leagues. He's known for his powerful swings and impressive home runs. In the end, Shohei Ohtani is truly one of the most talented and exciting baseball players in the world. I'm Brenna, and back to you in the studio.
I didn't know Ohtani could hit 102 miles while pitching.
Hey, Allie, speaking of baseball, do you know the history of baseball?
No, let's have Oscar tell us.
Have you ever heard of baseball? Baseball is a fun, exciting game that was created on June 19, 1839. The first official game of baseball was played in 1864, thanks to Alexander Cartwright. In baseball, 2 teams of 9 players each take turns batting and trying to get a home run or hit the ball and make it to home plate. Baseball is considered by many to be the best sport. It has a rich history and it's related to other games like rounders and cricket. The Mayans and the Egyptians also played games that were similar to baseball. Today, baseball is popular in many countries, including the United States, Canada, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. Here are a few facts about baseball. It was developed from old folk games played in Britain, Ireland, and Europe, including France and Germany. In the United States, baseball became even more popular after 2 professional leagues, the National League and the American League, merged. In conclusion, baseball is an exciting sport with a long history and is loved by many people all around the world. I'm Oscar, and back to you in the studio.
Baseball is really cool.
Allie, I've always wanted to know some facts about Guatemala.
I'm going to tell you all about it. Ever heard of Guatemala? It's a small but amazing country in Central America, bordered by Mexico, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. Guatemala is home to the ancient Maya civilization and is divided into 22 regions called departments that explore this fascinating country together. Guatemala's official name is the Republic of Guatemala. Can you believe that humans have lived there since 12,000 BC? That's over 14,000 years ago. One of the biggest events in the country's history was a powerful earthquake that struck on February 4th, 1976. Measuring 7.5 on the Richter scale. Wow, that was huge. The capital of Guatemala is Guatemala City, where most people speak Spanish. The country uses quetzales as its money, which is named after the beautiful bird, the quetzal. And guess what? Guatemala became an independent country from Spain in 1821 and was part of the Mexican Empire until 1823. The Maya people have lived in Guatemala long before modern times. They first started living in villages around 1500 BC and had built many cities by 200 CE. By the year 900 CE, the Maya had created over 40 cities. They were amazing builders. What makes Guatemala so special? For one, the food is incredible. The art and natural beauty of the countries are also breathtaking. There are lots of exciting holidays and fun celebrations, making it a great place to visit during summer vacation. In conclusion, Guatemala is a country full of rich history, amazing culture, and beautiful sights. It's the perfect place to explore if you're looking for adventure, fun, and learn about the past. So why not dream about visiting this majestic country one day? I'm Allie, now back to you in the studio.
Wow, Guatemala sounds like an awesome country. Great job, Allie.
Thanks, Brenna.
Allie, don't you think crocodiles are so cute?
Yeah, they're pretty cute but scary too.
Yeah, they could be a little scary.
Do you want to know more about them? Let's have Javier tell us about them.
Do you know about my friend named Greg? He is a crocodile. Crocodiles are great animals. Did you know they can live to 45 years? Let's learn some cool facts about these meat-eating creatures. First, let's talk about what crocodiles look like. Crocodiles have sharp, pointy skin, or sharp, pointy teeth, and long, pointy noses. And crocodiles can grow up to 6 feet long, or up to 20 feet. There are 10 different types of crocodiles. Each crocodile is special in their own way. Now, let's look at what crocodiles do. Crocodiles eat many things like fish, turtles, small animals, and Now it's time for crocodile babies. Crocodiles the female lays eggs more than 100 times. That's a whole lot of eggs. Crocodiles live in many places around the world. You can find them in Asia, Africa, and the Americas. Some live in the rivers. Crocodiles like living in swamps and can even live on land. So, next time you see a crocodile, you just know how really cool they are. I'm Javier. Back to you guys in the studio. Now, Greg!
Crocodiles are awesome animals.
Super awesome. Have you ever heard of Cleopatra, one of the most famous Egyptian queens?
No, but that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, let's have Lexi tell us about it.
Have you ever heard of Cleopatra? She was the queen of ancient Egypt and is remembered as one of the most famous women in history. Cleopatra was born in the year 69 BCE. When Cleopatra's father, the king, passed away, she and her brother became the co-rulers of Egypt. However, they did not agree on how to rule. Cleopatra wanted to rule with kindness and make Egypt more strong, while her brother wanted to rule with force. Soon her brother's followers drove her from out of Egypt. Cleopatra went to help to Julius Caesar, who was a powerful Roman leader. However, Caesar's army defeated her brothers. Cleopatra returned to Egypt. After Caesar's death, some people believe Cleopatra may have poisoned him. Cleopatra met Mark Antonio, one of the 3 rulers of Rome. They fell in love, and Cleopatra hoped he could help her build a powerful Egyptian empire. Mark Antonio married her, and they had 3 children together. Later on, false news came that Cleopatra had died. Mark Antonio's heart was broken. Soon he took his own life. A few years later, Cleopatra also ended her life by letting a poisonous snake bite her. Today, Cleopatra is remembered as a symbol of beauty and power. She lived an incredible life and made a big impact on history. This image was drawn by one of my friends, and this is what she looks like with her headdress on. I colored it and Sharpied it. I'm Lexi. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Lexi.
Cleopatra's really cool.
Now, let's talk about some soccer history.
Soccer? I love soccer.
So do I. Let's have Blake talk about some great sport history.
Have you ever watched or played soccer? It's one of the most popular sports in the world. Soccer was created in 1863 in England, and since then it has become a game loved by millions. Soccer games usually start in late August or early September, and they are often played on Saturdays or Sundays. Soccer is a simple but exciting game. Each team has 11 players, and there are 2 teams competing against each other. The goal of the game is to score by getting the ball into the other team's net. Each team has a goalie who tries to stop the ball from going into their goal. If a team is really good, they might even play in the biggest tournament of all, the World Cup. Speaking of the World Cup, did you know it's a big tournament where teams from all over the world compete to be the best? The team that wins the World Cup takes home a special trophy for their country. Soccer's popularity grew quickly. By the mid-1800s, teams in England, like the Blackburn Rovers in Nottingham County, were already playing soccer. Then FIFA, the group that organizes soccer competitions, took the rules from these leagues and started their own leagues. Other countries like Australia, Canada, and the United States and the United Kingdom soon joined in. By the 1900s, soccer had spread across the globe. British players showed other countries how to play, and soon soccer became a game even more popular around the world. I'm Blake, and that's a quick look at the history of soccer. Back to you in the studio.
That was super interesting.
I didn't know soccer was created in 1863. Thanks, Blake.
Last but not least, a country in South America. Do you know, Brenna?
I have no clue, but I bet Serenity knows a thing or 2 about it.
Hey, have you ever been to Uruguay? It's a small country on the east coast of South America. The capital city is Montevideo. Uruguay is known for being one of the freest countries in South America, and around 3.3 million people live there. So the official language is Spanish, and if you visit, you are sure to have a great time. Uruguay has many amazing places to explore. You can relax on beautiful beaches, go horseback riding, visit national parks, or even try bird watching. There are small towns where you can find restaurants and outdoor markets selling fresh local fruits and vegetables. There's such much fun to do if you visit Uruguay. So, how do people in Uruguay make money? Many workers in shops, restaurants, and banks. There are also teachers, doctors, and government workers. Farmers grow rice, corn, and sunflowers. Ranchers raise sheep and cattle. Factory workers make leather goods and fabric. Miners in Uruguay dig for gold, sand, gravel, and iron. Here's something cool. Did you know that Uruguay hosted and won the first ever World Cup in 1930s? They won again in 1950s. Uruguay has also helped create a famous dance called the tango. The national drink is called mate, a special tea. Christmas is celebrated with a special holiday called Family of the Day. As you can see, Uruguay is a country with many exciting places to visit and lots of fun activities. If you are planning a trip, Uruguay should be at the top of your list. I'm Cerny, back to the studio.
Uruguay sounds so cool, I kind of want to go there now.
Same, a great summer spot if you ask me.
I'm Brenna.
And I'm Allie.
And we hope you enjoyed it.
Hello, this is Worldwide News. I'm Carter, and I'll be one of your anchors today.
And I'm Ryan, the other anchor.
And this is Worldwide News. So how much do you know about the Patriots' history?
Not much, but Julian can probably teach me.
The New England Patriots are a pretty special football team. They made the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. On February 5th, 2017, they played the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. At halftime, the Falcons were winning 21-3, but the Patriots didn't give up. They came back and tied the game 28-28. In overtime, they scored again and won with a final score of 34-28. This was their 5th Super Bowl win. The Patriots have had many great moments in their past. On June 12th, thousands of fans cheered for him. On September 18th, 2022, Robert Kraft celebrated his 500th game as the owner of the Patriots. Devin McCourty also played in his 200th career game against the Buffalo Bills. He is one of the only 90th NFL players to play that many games. On January 20th, 2019, the Patriots beat the Kansas City Chiefs in overtime to make it to their 11th Super Bowl. The Patriots have worked hard to become one of the best teams. Coach Bill Belichick is very good at his job. He makes sure the team works hard and stays focused. He also looks for players who are not very expensive but can still play really well. Tom Brady, the quarterback, is an important player. He is a great leader and knows how to throw the ball very well. The Patriots also find talented players and help them grow. They take chances on players who may have had injuries or might not seem like the best choice, but together they make a great team. I'm Julian, back to you in the studio.
Wow, I never knew that much about the Patriots' history.
Me either. Why do you have tea?
Because Paige is going to tell us about England.
Have you ever been to England? England is part of the United Kingdom and is a wonderful place to visit. England is located on the islands called Great Britain. That's why you'll find this amazing country. Do you know how England was founded? People lived in England a long time ago. The Celtics people lived there too. England officially became a country in the year 927 AD. England is also home to many famous people. Some well-known names are Emma Watson, Harry Styles, Ed Sheeran, Elton John, and even King Charles. If you visit England, there are many exciting places to see. You can visit the capital, London, see
and see famous landmarks like the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, the British Museum, Tower Bridges, Big Ben, and Windsor Castle. England is a beautiful country with so much to explore. That's why I want to go there. Do you want to visit England too? I'm Paige, back to you in the studio.
Okay, now I need to visit England.
Me too.
Ryan, name 3 facts about New York.
I have absolutely no clue.
I bet Hayden has the answers to that.
Have you ever wondered what New York City is like? Well, even if you have, I'm going to tell you all about it. Fun fact, New York City's nickname is the Big Apple. Now let's learn more about this exciting city. First, let's talk about some of the latest attractions in New York City. There are so many cool places to visit. The M&M store is a fun, colorful, and immersive experience. Broadway is a must-see where you can enjoy a world-class theater and a vibrant cultural atmosphere. Finally, the Statue of Liberty is a memorable place to visit, offering historical sites and a chance to explore one of the most significant landmarks in the world. Now, here are a few interesting facts about New York. Did you know this city is named after James Stewart, the Duke of York? New York City has a population of about 8.4 million people. The capital of New York State is Albany, and the current mayor is Eric Adams. This city has quite a bit of history. New York City was founded in 1624. One of the most important moments in the city's history was the September 11 attacks. Nearly 3,000 people were killed, including 400 police officers and firefighters. About 40% of the victims are still missing today. It took 10 months to clean up after the attacks, costing between $33 and $36 billion. The smoke from the destruction lasted for 3 months. As you can see, New York City has a lot of history and plenty of fun things to see and do. Whether you're interested in visiting landmarks or learning about its past, New York City is a city full of experiences. So why not book your next vacation there? You won't be disappointed. I'm Hayden, back to you in the studio.
Well, now I know way more than 3 facts about New York.
Same. Ryan.
What?
Who are you listening to?
Kanye West.
Who's that?
Well, Colin will tell you all about him.
Kanye West is? If not, let me tell you. Kanye West is a famous rapper and artist who has made a big impact on the music world. Many people enjoy his music, and he's known for being very creative and sometimes controversial. Kanye West is 47 years old and is about 5 feet and 8 inches tall. He is one of the most famous rappers of all time. Kanye has made a lot of headlines because of his tweets and opinions. He is also diagnosed with autism, which makes him unique in his own way. Kanye's legal name is Ye. He was born in Atlanta, Georgia in 1977, the same year as my dad. Kanye has had a pretty incredible musical journey. His first album, The College Dropout, came out in 2004 and was a big success. Then, in 2007, he released another hit album called Graduation. Kanye's first song was called the 1996 Fat Beats Freestyle, and it was released on August 1st, 1996. Did you know that this artist has lived a pretty great life? Kanye has lived in different places, including Chicago. He is very rich and owns 21 houses. He has worked hard to become successful, and his music has made him famous around the world. I like Kanye for many reasons. In my opinion, Kanye West is one of the top 3 rappers ever. His music and style are unique, and he has influenced many artists. So if you don't know who Kanye West is, I hope you learned a lot today and can see why he is so popular. Thanks for reading about Kanye West. I'm calling back to you in the studio.
I need to listen to him more often.
Yeah. What year was the first Super Bowl?
1967.
Wow, how did you know that?
Because I'm going to tell you about it right now. Did you know that there are two different football leagues in the past, the NFL and AFL? These leagues had a big rivalry and decided to play a championship game at the end of the season to settle it. If you're interested in learning about the first Super Bowl, then this story is for you. The game took place on January 15, 1967 at the LA Memorial Coliseum. The Green Bay Packers, led by quarterback Bart Starr, faced off against the Kansas City Chiefs, with quarterback Len Dawson and running back Mike Garrett leading their team. The Chiefs were feeling confident, but the Packers were ready with a tough competition with their own star running back Jim Taylor. This was the first time the AFL and NFL played each other in what they called the Super Bowl. The stadium was packed with fans who were excited to watch the game. The Packers were considered to have a better chance of winning since they were playing at home. The Chiefs kicked off the game and the Packers received the ball. By halftime, the Packers were ahead 14-10, but coach Vince Lombardi was a little worried. The 4-point lead wasn't safe. If the Chiefs scored a quick touchdown, they could take the lead. But the Chiefs didn't manage to score, and the Packers stayed ahead. During halftime, Al Hirt, an American trumpeter and band leader, performed with a marching band, adding to the excitement of the event. After the break, the game became Even more exciting, Len Dawson, under pressure, threw a pass that was intercepted by Willie Wood of the Packers. Wood ran 50 yards to the Chiefs' 5-yard line. Then Elijah Pitts scored a touchdown, making the score 21-10, and Coach Lombardi started to feel a little bit more relaxed. In the end, the Green Bay Packers won the game with a final score of 31-10. Quarterback Bart Starr was named MVP of the game, making history as the first player to receive this honor in the Super Bowl. That's the story of the first Super Bowl, a game that would become one of the most famous events in sports history. I'm Carter, back to you in the studio.
Thanks for that report, Carter. I never knew anything about the first Super Bowl.
Do you know there are exotic plants, Mayan ruins, lakes, and even volcanoes? Do you know what this place is?
Maybe, but let's make sure by asking Claire.
Have you ever been to Guatemala? If not, it may be the perfect place for your next vacation. Known for its vibrant culture and beauty, Guatemala is a country full of surprises. One of the coolest things about Guatemala is that it has many volcanoes, though most of them are not active. If you're looking for an exciting vacation spot for your family, Guatemala is definitely worth considering. Did you know that southern Guatemala is surrounded by 27 volcanoes stretching 180 miles? The city of Antigua, Guatemala, a popular tourist destination, is located right beneath 3 volcanoes, Hugua, Agua, and Acatenango. Guatemala's official language is Spanish, and the currency is called the quetzal, named after a beautiful bird. And if you're a soccer fan, you may be interested to know that in Guatemala, soccer is called football. Guatemala has a rich history too. For example, on March 11, 1981, Guatemala, Great Britain, and Brazil reached an agreement, although it wasn't a final settlement. Sadly, the country also experienced a major earthquake in February 1976, which killed over 20,000 people and left 1 million homeless. Guatemala covers an area of 42,042 square miles, or about 108,889 square kilometers. The country was officially founded after the Spanish conquest in 1524, but its true roots go back to the ancient Mayan civilization. In more recent history, Guatemala was deeply affected by the influence of Fidel Castro's victory in Cuba in 1959, which led to a long period of violence, especially in the countryside. This conflict lasted for 36 years. Now that you know more about Guatemala's rich history and beautiful landscapes, are you ready to visit? With its volcanoes, vibrant culture, unique language and currency, and fascinating history, Guatemala is a destination full of adventure. So pack your bags and get ready to explore this amazing country. I'm Claire, back to you in the studio.
Maybe I need to book a vacation to Guatemala.
Can I come too? Do you know what a platypus is?
Absolutely no clue. Can you teach me about them?
Sure. Do you know what animal looks like a mix between a beaver, duck, and otter? If you guessed a platypus, you're right. The platypus is a fascinating creature, and its scientific name is Ornithorhynchus antinuus. If you want to learn more about this unique animal, you're in the right place. You might be wondering what a platypus actually looks like. Well, let me tell you. Platypuses are relatives of echidnas, which are like oversized hedgehogs. They are about 15 to 24 inches long, including their tail. They have thick brown fur that helps keep them warm while swimming. So now you know what a platypus looks like. Kind of like a mix of a beaver, duck, and otter. Platypuses live in rivers and freshwater areas in Australia and Tasmania. These amazing mammals eat a variety of foods, including insects, worms, shellfish, fish, frogs, mollusks, and tadpoles. In fact, they can eat up to their own body weight every day to stay energized. So whether in the wild or in rivers, they have plenty of food to snack on. Now for the fun part, some surprising facts about platypuses. Did you know that they have poisonous spurs on the back of their feet? This poison comes from a gland inside their body and is used to defend themselves. Also, female platypuses lay 1 to 3 eggs after about 2 weeks of mating. These eggs hatch 6 to 10 days later. Another interesting thing about platypus is that they don't have a stomach. Their food doesn't go into their stomachs like other animals. Instead, it goes straight from their esophagus to their intestines. In conclusion, the platypus is a pretty cool animal with some incredible features. From its duck bill to its venomous spur, it's an animal unlike any other. I hope you enjoyed learning all about where platypuses live, what they eat, and some fun facts about them. I'm Ryan, back to you in the studio.
Do you know if I can get one as a pet?
Sorry, but no.
Thank you for listening, and this is
Worldwide News.